As a guy who came into the league as a movement shooter, I'm sure you have seen a ton of Klay Thompson over the years. What's it like, in those moments where you're chasing him around screens and you're chasing him, on back cuts and things like that? What do you learn from those moments that you can apply to your own game?
Yeah, you learn everything. It's a whole lot different guarding him than watching him on film. I mean, you're right. I watched Klay's film for years before and while I was in the league. And, obviously when you're in the game and you're playing, like you're a competitor and you're trying to not give him anything at all. But obviously when the game's over, you step back and you take little bits and pieces about how he uses his body to get open and the pace he plays at and his confidence and how he's able to just keep shooting no matter if it goes in or doesn't. Those kind of things have made him special throughout his career. And those are stuff that those are things that you can take from him, as a player who, has a similar game for sure.
Real bonus a lot? Yeah. Okay.
Put that on the plane.
Yes, sir.
That'd be awesome. Thank you. What was Chris in the second game with you?
It was great. A lot of fun. Just playing with him and makes my life much easier. Much easier.
Yeah. Kind of what specific ways?
I mean, just his ability to read the game. Hit me in stride, on time, on target. Probably one of the best in history of doing that. Seamed up, just natural.
Yeah, I think you got 3 out of your last 5, like 25 plus points. How good right now is just the shot?
Always feels great, even during times when the ball might not be going in with the same consistency. Still feel I'm never gonna. Always feels great.
You just have to think about the start of this road trip. I mean, you get one that you need, and then
Needed it.
Try to, to get where you want to go. You got to win as many as you can.
That's right. And, it's not easy to win road games in this league. And, the Knicks are playing at a high level. We obviously had Boston at the end there, and can't skip Toronto. So we're looking forward to a battle every night.
Klay, Poole's going through the same thing, coming off the bench now, not used to it, trying to figure it out.
He's come off the bench before. 2022 playoffs. And
yes, for them.
yeah. So, I mean, we can lean on that experience. And Jordan Poole, I love Jordan, and I know he has great seasons ahead.
Why do you think that is? Because they're obviously in a very different position than where you all are.
I don't know. I mean, it's obviously they're more of in a real rebuilding mode, so I think there's a lot more gets on his shoulders to carry the load every night, and he's got all the time in the world. It's just about staying consistent. He'll get there. He's still incredibly young. What, 23?
Yeah.
What is it poetic about, these two situations where he has to come off the bench, and obviously he's young and he has some thoughts about why he should be playing, but you're a champion and you come off the
Multiple
bench.
time
Champion, and from the outside looking in, it's been a graceful, and we don't see you at night. We don't see how difficult it can be, but it seems that you handle it gracefully.
When you're playing 25, 30 minutes a night, it doesn't make that big a difference. It'd be one thing playing 10 to 15 minutes, but I'm still playing starter minutes. There's also benefits to coming off the bench. Like,
tell me it don't matter, Klay.
Yeah, really.
Start or not.
Like I said,
okay,
Gary said,
it don't matter.
25 minutes a night. I mean, that's starter minutes, so no, not that hard transition.
You and Chris are both in the same situation too. It's your first time in your very veteran careers that you guys have made this adjustment. Have you guys had any conversations with each other?
Yeah, just how much of a joy it is to play with each other. And I mean, you got 2 Hall of Famers in the backcourt come off the bench. It's such a rare feat. So we take pride in that, and I think it just makes our team that much dangerous, and it's something to build off, obviously. And we still have another level to get to, and it's going to take everybody's best effort.
Appreciate that.
Have you? I mean, what's this comeback been like? You know, with the hand and everything. I don't think we've talked to you really.
It's been tough. It's been a grind. My 5th hand surgery. So I don't know. I'm probably more grateful to all the people that helped me get back on the court. You know what I'm saying?
How different is this team than the one when you got hurt? You know, obviously Draymond back.
A lot different. It's a lot different. You know, it's been such an up and down season for us. Bodies in, bodies out. I mean, Dre was out. I was playing, and I went out. Dre came back, and you know, we still thought we was gonna have a game with everybody. And unfortunately, we didn't have Wiggs today. But I think the morale, the spirit, and everything is right where it needs to be at this point for this team.
What do you think of just how the second unit is looking right now, especially with Klay now in that backcourt with you?
One game, but we still got a lot of work to do. You know, as a team, as a unit, I think we have so much depth, so many different ways that we can play that it's going to take us a little while to figure it out. But I always say you want to figure it out and win at the same time.
What's it like for you coming off the bench with Klay? I mean, they've mentioned like 2 Hall of Famers.
It's basketball. I don't necessarily check in and be like, oh my God, I'm playing with Klay. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to win the game.
What's the balance like this season when there's so many veterans, future Hall of Famers, and you guys want the higher, loftier goal, but there are also so many young players on this team? What's the balance in mentoring of Brandon or building up a trace while also understanding we got wins?
It's a great balance, but it's also a good blend of guys. You know, with unbelievable talent, guys with strong personalities, but everybody with the same common goal, especially the vets. You know what I mean? So I think we do a good job of trying to teach the young guys and making sure that they understand how much we need them. So it's a perfect balance.
Chris Jordan's going through a position change also. I mean, he's coming off the bench now for that. And I just wonder, like, it's obviously is not normal for him. It's not normal for you. And I just wonder, like, how do you kind of find equilibrium knowing that it's just basketball, like you said, but it's different?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know his story. You know what I mean? I was 19 years in before I did. You know what I mean? So I'm still figuring it out. But at the end of the day, you're trying to win. And every team needs different things. So we figure it out.
In GP2.
What up, fellas?
How's it going, man? Great game for you today off the bench. And this was a game that was close going into halftime, and then that third quarter, 38-17, where you really started to pull away. What was the key to that big third quarter?
I was just getting stops. Transition defense, get stops. Try to get to our set defense, half-court defense, and when we get the rebound, just go and transition. That was it. Try to get easy ones. Klay got hot, kind of set the tone for us, and then, you know, we got to pick up and finish for him.
Well, you and Klay have been coming off the bench together a good bit since he's been coming off the bench. Another big game for Klay. What's it been like playing with Klay as a reserve?
Oh, it's great. It's like we got CP in that unit. We got a lot of different looks in that unit, so it's just like, you know, we got scorers, we got shooters, we got playmakers, so, you know, everybody else just get stops and get the ball in their hands and, you know, cut and screen and what we got to do.
What do you think of the job Moses did as a starter tonight?
What do you mean? Stay ready, Moses. Stay ready, Moody. We're not worried about him. We know he was going to activate when his number's called. So, you know, that's why Steve threw him in that starting lineup. He know what he's going to get from Moses, so Moses does what he does.
And Gary, we'll get you out of here on this. I know the Wizards are having a tough season this season, but how important was it to pick up a win to start this 4-game road trip, a big road trip here for Golden State?
No, it's always great to start a road trip off with a W, try to carry it on to the next one. And you know what I mean, and one after that. So, you know, we started off well. Let's continue to keep building and keep heading in the right direction.
Look, Gary, thanks for your time. Congrats on the win.
Thanks, guys.